It is currently 11:06 a.m. This is evidence of Vaughn's that's engaged in what is retaliation. I'm going to prosecute Vaughn civilly and criminally. See the fake sun reflecting off of their windshield. They're stalking. License plate KLEENEX as in Kleenex. License 9HOU396. License 730 Nancy Larry. License 7ZEN051. They're pacing. They're mentally ill, and this is psychopathic pacing that is relevant to psychological torture, sexual violence, because Vaughn's is also monitoring my vagina, stalking me in the bathroom through the employee Jeanette, who is sharing in what is criminal summoning with the Upland Police. This is a very egregious and serious criminal act of terrorism that Vaughn's engaged in today, with officers Chen, Baltic, and the third that went into the depths of the grocery store, sought me out, and all of that which was exchanged was audible activity under the fake sun that you see over me. And the fake sun is still here. In order to be clear, Eric Rodriguez, who is going to federal prison, should I experience any harms relevant to products that I purchased today, he's also going to federal prison for even longer. But this is nonetheless relevant to what is a fake sun over me at 11:06 a.m., which is speaking to the specific environment where Chen already knew who I am. Chen already knew what it was that I did in the parking lot, which was also not a violation of the law. Chen also knew that he sought to engage in what is a method of intimidating me. And this is Vaughn's that's specifically engaging in what is threatening and intimidating me with the Upland Police Department, who have no basis whatsoever to engage in obstruction of justice, because that's what you're doing when you are being reported for gang stalking. 9 CAG 804, and this is a federal RICO case, and upon a federal RICO case and an ongoing investigation, Vaughn's is acting in furtherance of trying to murder me and stalking me and doing so. And Vaughn's is also making a bottom line while doing so. I'm going to prosecute Vaughn's that has the evidence of a fake sun and gang stalking by the Cable Airport in Upland, California, right here at this same address, 81 West Foothill Boulevard. Kleenex is stalking. He's a demon. All right, and he's engaged in pacing. All right, they're doing so while under the fake sun. They engage in what is monitoring my vagina, and everything that Chen said is relevant to his being diagnosed as a psychopath. That is what is wrong with them. They are demons that are engaged in criminal activity, and their criminal activity is going to lead to what are being confined in mental institutions and in prison. All right, Vaughn's is a corrupt company and engaging in what is threatening me with the police while the entity is stalking. That's what FedEx is doing. This is what the entity is doing while they're engaged in what is monitoring the evidence. This is what FedEx is doing pursuant to my vagina, by the way, while I'm in the bathroom on the opposite side of that same wall. They utilize the same tactic. This is putting Chen in prison. While FedEx is engaging the P.O.C., they put each other in a federal prison. That's what they're serving for. 72729X1, monitoring with FedEx license plate 79116 Charlie 3, doing so under the fake sun that is on video here at the same entrance where FedEx is showing you that it is a terrorist and it is keeping you under surveillance. FedEx is an enemy of yours and is another corrupt company that is gang stalking you in the United States and furtherance of murdering you, not keeping you alive to consume their products, but murdering you and kidnapping you and trying to defame your character, and that is accomplished by FedEx gang stalking you. Okay, this is P.O.C. FedEx is another company that you shouldn't also support because they're making money off of monitoring your genitalia and your children's genitalia. And Chen and Baltic and the gang members relevant to Marcelo Blanco went inside of this venue that has a fake sun under me, speaking to what is psychologically harmful means of targeting me. This is warfare that Vaughn's is engaging in as the people of the state, doing so because they're keeping me under surveillance and they're really mad because I'm documenting it. License 8VJY865 has no basis to call the police, which is serving what is an illusion and a corrupt system because the police are stalking me by that third party. There's no such thing as reporting your criminal activity to the police. You're here and you are vicariously present with those police officers. And while you admit to engage in that, you're going to prison. Jose Villalobos, Eric Rodriguez, Jeanette, who's gang stalking in the bathroom, that's just one of many. Everybody in this grocery store is going to prison. When I'm documenting that, that's the entity that is under the same exact circumstances. You see it on the news and they end up dead and you know nothing about surveillance. And that's the threat that FedEx and Vaughn's serve to you. Okay, this is P.O.C. Chase is monitoring. My documentation has the fake sun over me while I'm on Route 66, coming in and out of the city of Upland into Montclair and into Rancho Cucamonga and Fontana, respectively. This is the entity that's engaging that. You see the fake sun reflecting off of the windshield? It's right here over my head. They're all stalking. Okay, Chen is exposing what is his psychopathic disorder while he asks me questions he knows the answer to, and none of the answers to those questions that I do not have to answer, which does not mean that he is free under the law to engage in that act of intimidation with a gun on his hip, stalking. It is relevant to what is under no circumstances going to be the accumulation of any information that makes anything suspicious at all. All right, he's blatantly stalking me and doing so in the United States is mandating federal prison. This is P.O.C.